Hello, and welcome to episode 9 of our Fast Facts series. We've moved from every week to a bi-weekly schedule for you folks. You know how it goes. Hands get tired, lawyers need more hours in their day, total chaos. Today we're talking about something that has affected many of the communities we've worked with over the years: eminent domain. Let me break it down. Eminent domain, also known as land acquisition, compulsory purchase, resumption, or expropriation, is the power of a state, providence, or national government to take private property for public use. While it does not include the power to take and transfer ownership of private property from one property owner to another property owner without a valid public purpose, we often see this power delegated by the state to municipalities, government subdivisions, or even to private persons or corporations. Usually, eminent domain is used for roads or public utilities, but in the mid-20th century, a new application of eminent domain was pioneered, in which the government could take the property and transfer it to a private third party for redevelopment. But aren't individuals compensated when the land is taken? The constitutionally required just compensation is usually measured by fair market value. However, the former owners of the property will rarely receive full market value because some elements of value are deemed non-compensatable in eminent domain law. In federal law, Congress can take private property directly by transferring the title straight to the government. In cases like that, the property owner seeking compensation must sue the United States for compensation. So who gets to decide what is for public use or public good? In Lancaster County, we saw the use of eminent domain on land used by a group of nuns. They had used that land to help support a school and now a nursing home. In 2016, they found out a pipeline was planned to transect their order's lands. In keeping with the tenets of their group, they refused the company's financial offers to acquire the easement. They built an outdoor chapel in the cornfields along the proposed pipeline route, complete with hand-carved altar, even as the pipeline owners sued to condemn the property under eminent domain. The nuns countersued the pipeline company, saying, "The land is part of creation, and if we don't protect it, who will?" On October 1st, workmen removed the cross and tossed the meditation markers to the side of the path of the newest Pennsylvania pipeline. And it's not just Pennsylvania. Communities across the country are dealing with their homes being condemned because a new development is moving in. Scott Bullock, senior attorney at the Institute for Justice, said that our cities and states have become like real estate speculators, securing land owned by their own citizens on behalf of politically connected private interests. So what can we do? With so many cases of eminent domain abuse, including one famous case in my own hometown, where the city declared neighborhoods of 83 well-maintained homes and 16 businesses a slum in order to justify eminent domain for a factory that fell short of its promises. How can we change something with such a serious history of problems? We've seen how the government has demonstrated its willingness to prioritize corporate interests in the name of economic development. When it comes to eminent domain, the meek definitely do not inherit the earth. We see families uprooted for the next big project, forced to move under threat of chemical trespass. We see pipelines bursting in fields over and over and over again where they lay neglected and poisoning the earth. Experience tells us that there's not much point in begging state legislators, members of Congress, regulatory agencies, or the courts to delegate authority to people. These functionaries point to corporate-friendly laws, lobbyist-advocated regulations, and court-bestowed corporate privileges to explain why they can't help us. They say their hands are tied, but ours are not. For more information on eminent domain, head over to celdef.org. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, Don't take legal advice from a YouTube video.